So today I want to talk about Agile Discovery, what it is, how it's very different from Agile Delivery, and why it's not a separate phase in your process. Hey, I'm David and welcome back to the Agile Broadcast, a channel dedicated to Agile software development concepts. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you can learn more about Agile in the future when I upload a new video. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know there is a theme coming back. And that's the idea of building the right thing versus building the thing right. Both aspects are equally important. Building the right thing focuses on discovering or deciding what to build, whereas building the thing right focuses on delivery. That is, once you've decided what to build, making sure that thing is built properly to high quality standards and with efficiency. A big problem I see though is that most people spend most of their attention on delivery and ignore discovery altogether. And indeed, popular frameworks like Scrum barely even mention this at all. There is this assumption that we are just building the right thing and all we have to do is build it. But someone somewhere has to decide what to build, right? It's a massively important question, and yet most development teams seem to neglect it. And what's even worse, I often see people calling this pre-work, as if it wasn't really real work. You know, just that fluffy, messy stuff you have to do before the real hardcore programming work begins. But here's the thing, deciding what to build is really hard. And this is what Agile Discovery is all about.
So let's quickly look at what the web has to say about Agile Discovery with a quick search. Okay, a lot of people seem to think of discovery as an upfront phase. What's that all about?
The very idea of a phase is not very agile, and is in fact a very waterfall way of thinking, where all the product design decisions are made up front. So let's look at how we tend to validate ideas. So at first, as we say, you just start with an idea, which you're then going to build. Once it's built, that's when you're going to launch it. And finally, you can learn. Learn whether your idea was a good one or a bad one. That's the crucial validation step. And from that validation come more ideas. Now, that path from idea to learning is really quite slow and expensive. Think about it this way. The most expensive way to test your idea is to actually build it. And for me, Agile Discovery is about shortcutting that path. And so we go straight from ideas to learning. This way we can validate our product ideas as soon as possible, without wasting all the time and money on the wrong thing. So what does this mean in practice? Well, let's take Scrum for instance. So here I want to ask you, where do you think the backlog comes from? As much as we expect the product backlog items to be clearly defined, so we can go on with the development, like most things, they must start as vague ideas. So those ideas, we must find a way to somehow funnel them through, so the good ones make it through, but the bad ones, well, we get rid of them. And that's what the discovery process is about. And these are effectively discovery tests, where we test the ideas. What do those tests look like? Well, there are lots of ways of doing this. You can do paper prototyping, you can build mock-ups, wireframes, and these tests are here to help you answer the question, is this worth building? Or are we wasting our time developing this thing? Now this may look like a very linear process, but I assure you, it's far from it. And as Gottesdiener explains so well, discovery is not a phase. It's a continuous loop, where discovery and delivery feed into each other. Because you have to discover to deliver. That's kind of obvious, but you also have to deliver to discover. Why? Because we don't just want to deliver what users want. We want to deliver what they need. Because it's very often only once you have something real, concrete, delivered, something you can use, that you can judge how valuable that thing actually is. Which in turn allows you to discover more ideas and more opportunities. So discovery is not an upfront phase, and it's not here to just understand the problem space. And it's not even about defining requirements. But it's the process that helps teams evolve and refine their ideas over time. It's about seeking a desired outcome by conducting small research activities with the user on a regular basis. Now, if you do that, and if you focus on what the users actually need, When you focus on continuous discovery and not just delivery, you will most likely have to adapt your current Agile process to include those discovery practices. So have a look at the video on your screen now, where I talk about how to include discovery practices in your sprint review, which ultimately will help you deliver successful products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.